fantastic results we're seeing from the banks. Diamond Bank adding to the positive momentum we saw from the UBA announcement yesterday.
Yeah, Wole, good afternoon. The market is very exciting today. Much to what you have just mentioned concerning UBA, the result came very late yesterday, so there was no quick response to that result. But today, the market responded positively as everybody was asking for the shares of UBA. We saw quite a good volume in that particular bank. Also for Diamond Bank, which made a bottom line of 1.9 billion last year in the auditor report. But this time around, for the second quarter, we are seeing a profit after tax of about 9.9 billion. So which is quite a good leap with respect to what they had in their end of financial year in the year 2011. So the market responded very well today. And also that had a spillover effect on the other securities in the banking sector. And it was quite exciting. The volume today was quite large. And we believe that as more results come in, the market will continue on a positive note.
Yeah, I think it's a very important point you made there about the volumes. I see 3.4 billion naira traded today. We haven't seen those type of numbers in a very long time on the market. Of course, if you discount the day we saw that huge trade on Union Bank related to AMCON. But beyond that, we haven't seen this kind of volumes in a while. So, but give us a sense of what we could expect for tomorrow, because to some extent we can read that from the bid and offer dynamics for the various companies.
Yes, for Diamond Bank today, it has an outstanding bid of about 18.9 million. Also, Zenith Bank has about 17 million. Guaranteed Trust Bank equally has a volume close to 14 million as against 4 million that was on offer.
So those are unfulfilled demand, right?
Unfulfilled demand, yes.
Right.
So that means the market is going to start on a very good note tomorrow.
All right, and of course, those are very high volumes historically, at least looking at the recent history of the market. But there's a point I'm not sure many people are really reading into these numbers. The numbers we've seen so far are two, like I mentioned at the top of the interview, two of the banks that perhaps reported the most disappointing numbers from last year. And it, of course, reflected in their share price. We're beginning to see some of those share prices rally. Do you think the market is reading too much from these earnings numbers, more so because we're looking at those that are starting from a very low base?
I think for Diamond Bank, looking at it from what they bought for their Q1 results, and also now, there seems to be a continuous trend in their positive performance. Likewise for UBA. UBA, in the first result that they brought, the figure was quite good, and now coming out with about 27 billion in the Q2. I think investors, even if the figures are not going to replicate in subsequent quarters, that is UBA getting to about 54 billion, the present result is being discounted such that even if they come up with about 35 billion audited, it's still quite substantial compared to what they made last year. So I don't think there is an overreaction with respect to the result we've gotten so far. I think they are going to keep up the pace. Okay,
and another point I think which is very important to make around the value traded is where the money is coming from. A lot has been made about the fact that foreign investors have been dominating our market for a while. But to what extent would you say local investors are getting involved in this bullish run?
I think for what we saw today, concerning the number of deals done and also the widespread of those transactions, they weren't concentrated in a few stockbroking firms as we used to have in the past. So today it's quite broad-based and widespread, and we believe that there are more participations are coming from the local investors, and this is actually what will trigger off a steady market for us. Because if much of what is coming is from foreign investors, there is the likelihood that if at any point in time they have to pull out their investment, the market is going to go down again. So for what we are having now presently, I think it is a good thing that we have all been expecting.
All right, so clearly the market is excited. I think everybody will be looking forward to the rest of the week. Thanks so much, Rotimi, for joining us. Rotimi Fakayejo is the CEO at Enterprise Capital Partners.